Guess who's not coming to dinner again and again? It's Donald Trump, skipping the Asean summit in Singapore and then not going on to the Apec summit in Papua New Guinea. Maybe he doesn't like acronyms. ASEAN, which begins November the 11th, is the more consequential meeting. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations consists of Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. Above them is Big Brother China, and President Xi is coming to dinner. He's in a decade-long battle to persuade his neighbours that if they know what's good for them, they'll ditch the Americans and switch to the Chinese. So at a time when many ASEAN members are pursuing closer ties with the US to counter Beijing's influence, Xi can sit at the top table and have more space to sell Chinese development projects, such as the Belt and Road Initiative. He can also remind his hosts which major power is paying them most attention. The battleground is not only economic, it's also military. The South China Sea is one of the world's most strategic waterways. China has several territorial claims within it, which are challenged by several ASEAN nations. Beijing has been building islands out of reefs, installing military hardware, and claiming them and surrounding waters as sovereign territory. Most other countries disagree, so Washington conducts freedom of navigation patrols through the territory. This infuriates Beijing, which calls them provocative. In late September, an American destroyer was forced to make a sharp turn to avoid colliding with a Chinese warship, which came within a few meters of it. Such close encounters are becoming more frequent. Xi then moves on to the 21-nation Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation gathering in Papua New Guinea. Now, President Trump can argue that he's sending Vice President Pence to both meetings. He might think that both are, to an extent, talking shops. He can say that on November 11th, he's chosen to go to Paris for the 100th anniversary of the end of World War I, and that in late November, he can see Xi and others at the Group of 20 summit in Argentina. Now, those may be good points, but so is the point that in international relations, symbolism really matters. The Singapore symbolism could be read as showing that Xi is focusing harder than Trump on the region ASEAN cares most about. If that became a trend, eventually the Americans won't even get a dinner invitation.